In this video, we will review creating provisioning profiles in the RealPresence Resource Manager interface. A provisioning profile is used to define the configuration of the target endpoint. The Polycom Resource Manager uses two types of profiles to apply the configuration to the device. The first type that we will address is the Network Provisioning Profile. Select the Endpoint menu and highlight the Dynamic Management menu, and click the Provisioning Profiles menu. Here you see both the Admin Config and the Network Provisioning Profiles. Select a Network Provisioning Profile and click the Edit action. The window that pops up gives the ability to change several settings that can be applied based on the endpoint's network location. The date and time can be adjusted, along with the firewall settings. You can configure your codecs to use a specific call server under the H323 and SIP settings tab. This is necessary when working with external endpoints via the RPAD. The QoS settings can be set under the Quality of Service settings tab. AES encryption can be enabled under the Security settings tab. Review the other tabs here to become more familiar with the network-based profile. Once you are done, click the OK button to save your changes. Next is the Admin Config Provisioning Profile. Highlight the Admin Config profile and click the Edit action. The Admin Config profile controls parameters like the maximum time in call, the preferred speed for placing calls, and whether to mute auto-answer calls. Once you have scanned the Admin Config settings, click the OK button to return to the Profiles menu. Now that you are familiar with profiles, let's see how to apply them. First, the default profiles are applied when no other profile matches based on the rules. Click the Provisioning Rules menu on the left side of the interface. Here, the rules are given a priority in order to control which rule applies when there are multiple matches. Click the Add action. Give your profile rule a descriptive name. For example, I am naming my rule based on what it will do. The rule will apply the RPAD network profile to the RPAD network endpoints. This is used to point the external endpoint back to the RPAD for server settings, instead of the internal infrastructure. Click the Add button at the bottom of the window. The Add New Condition window is now visible. Select the type, attribute, and operator for the logic rule. Notice that if you select the IN operator, you have the option to select multiple sites for the rule. I will select the equal operator and choose RPAD as the value. Click the OK button after you complete your new condition. Next, select the Endpoint Provisioning Rule tab. Highlight the profile that you want to apply and click the down arrow. I have added the RPAD profile. Click the OK button to save the rule. For my system, when an endpoint logs in through the RPAD network, my RPAD profile will be applied to that endpoint. Select the Add action again, and this time let's add a condition to apply an Admin Config profile to a user group. Click the Type drop-down and select the User Group option. Make note that conditions can be based on users and devices also. Now select the Value drop-down and select a user group. Click the OK button. Select the Endpoint Provisioning Profile tab and add an Admin Config profile. Click OK again. Now that we have created rules, learn how to apply these rules by watching the video about dynamically managed endpoints on this site. This concludes our review of creating provisioning profiles in the RPRM interface.